and welcome to another episode of The Taste of Whiskey. I know I've been on a long hiatus for a while, for really no true apparent reason, but I'm back, and I have a really excellent whiskey here today. I just discovered this year at the West Hartford Whiskey Festival, and I was actually really impressed by this. This is by a company called Cleveland, and this is the Underground Edition. Now this is made by a innovative technology company, not necessarily a distiller. They wanted to tackle the global problem of supply and demand of bourbon, because bourbon is such in high demand across the world, and a lot of distilleries in America can't produce it fast enough, because as you know, it takes years to make good bourbon. You know, you have to age it in barrels for a long time. It's just a long process that takes a while to make money off of, and also get out onto the market so that people can enjoy it. So they came up with an idea to get the flavor from wood by using a machine to pressurize it and squeeze it through wood, to put it very basically. And they get a lot of rap for it from different distilleries because they're kind of cheating the system. They don't have to wait too long to make a good product. This looks well aged. It has a really nice color to it, nice and dark. But what's unique about this is that they use different wood finishings for their whiskeys. This particular one is bourbon whiskey finished with black cherry wood, and it's different. I haven't seen it before. I know this has been on the market for a while, but it's the first time I saw it, and when I tried it, it really blew my socks off in a way. If no one told me, I would have thought this was a well-aged whiskey, but actually this is only aged for a couple of days, and I was very surprised with it, because I've had other whiskeys that use a similar method that they do, using like a wood chip process and trying to rush it, and it just didn't come out as good. It came out kind of grainy and a little harsh, but I was fooled by this. If I didn't learn how they made this, I would have been fooled. I thought this was a well-aged whiskey. They did a very good job. And they had different varieties. You know, this is the black cherry wood, but they do finishings in apple wood, maple wood, hickory wood, and I think they have like a few others, but I would love to try them all. But I was very impressed with this. All the color it has and all the flavor it has comes from the wood. They don't use anything artificial. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more than that. And you know, they've been slowly growing, and I think it's a hit. I mean, I think it solved the problem that they were trying to fix, how to make aged tasting whiskey fast. I think they pretty much nailed it on the head with this. Yeah, even on the nose, it smells like it's been in the barrel for a couple of years, and apparently they just keep it in the barrel for 2 days, and then they do a pressure treatment with it with other styles of wood that they chop up, and I don't know the exact machining that they have, but it was pretty interesting to learn that. And it just has a nice, rich, that nice candy smell that you'd get from an aged bourbon. It's all there, and you can really smell that cherry wood. It has a different. It reminds me of antique furniture. I know you have to smell it to know what I'm talking about, but it also has a very similar taste to antique furniture, which isn't gross. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just so different and unique. It's something that I haven't had before, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah. It's smooth. I mean, it's 47% alcohol. Great level for whiskey. You know, I like my whiskey higher proof. I think 47% is a perfect level. The candy's there, the caramel's there, and that unique cherry wood finish is there, which is very antique tasting. I know that sounds funny, but different but good. It's weird, different, and good. I would love to try the other barrel styles that they have if I could find them. But this was unique and impressive, and it's under $40. I think I paid $37, $38 for this. Very reasonable price. And I would say it's definitely worth it. Lots of flavor. Lots of flavor to it for something that's only a few days old. If you didn't know, I think you'd be fooled. It's, you know, it doesn't taste like an 8-year-old bourbon or, you know, something well aged, but it tastes, you know, probably 4 or under, between. Yeah, they did a great job with their process that they're doing, and I believe that this is going to be one of my go-to whiskeys now for a lower end price. I'll pick this up again for sure, especially their other flavors that they have. Again, all natural flavor, just straight from the wood. You know, they don't add coloring. It is pretty neat to see, because if you look at the other bottles, they all have different colors depending on what type of wood they use, and it's just interesting to witness the effects that different wood has on the whiskey. This one tastes great. Yeah, I recommend that you try Cleveland Underground whiskey. Very good. So thank you for joining me on this episode of The Taste of Whiskey. I'll be heading down to Kentucky in another week or two, and I'm going to try to do some bourbon distillery tours, and I'm going to try to get video of that, and hopefully I can get some exclusive bourbons that you can only find down there in that location. So stay tuned for that. So thank you for joining me, and cheers to you.